Greetings, dear ones. I apologize for a few minutes late. I was looking at the wrong clock. Welcome. This is Sunday, February 21st, and this is another in a series of ongoing meditations or energy practices for and on behalf of those that are struggling and under such great duress um, from the uh, crisis that has occurred in Texas and many other states, but Texas has been experiencing this more deeply given their uh, issues with the energy grid, um, and as well the resultant um, bursting of pipes and shortages of food and so many other um, effects. I mean, we all hear the numbers, so many without electricity, so many homes lost in the hurricane a few months ago, so many displaced through the fires in California. And, we hear the numbers, but oftentimes don't actually um, individualize what is going on in such a way that we can either uh, feel and experience and send the compassion and understanding and um, energetics of abundance as we did yesterday, and warmth from the various sources within the earth or the sun. And today, as I was sitting in preparation for the meditation, in meditation, I was struck by the situation with the animals and many of those who are in rural settings that have very unique challenges and that are having to compensate for loss of um, not only energy, but loss of animals, those that are uh, ranchers that take care of cattle or sheep or chickens, farmers who've lost agriculture. Much of the southern part of Texas is very agriculturally oriented. And I did read that they had harvested much of their citrus crop and others, but many will still be lost. And that is a huge economic effect, but it's also, again, always very personal. And then, of course, in the cities and towns, we have so many people who, without power, were unable to maintain warmth with the internal pipes in their homes, and they froze and burst. Or even if you were in an apartment building and, in the upper areas, the pipes burst and, flowed into your apartment. And as the same similar situation that I felt in California, we've all been um, in our homes, our apartments, so much this year because of COVID. And although Texas has maintained more openness, many people have still made the choice to curtail their activities and stay within their home bubble. And if you can imagine, that's been challenging enough with children, especially if you have any economic challenges on top of that. But now you don't even have that home. And although, for example, in an apartment, the owners or management company is going to take care of the repairs, where are these people going to live in the meantime? And not to mention having all of your belongings ruined or soaked or um, frozen from being soaked and then the freezing temperatures. My heart just aches so much for those individuals who do not have the resources to be able to, and even if they did have the resources, hotels are maxed out and they have had energy outages and burst pipes as well. So there's really nowhere to go. And so many of us have experienced a psycho-emotional piece where we have felt nowhere to go, and the only place is to go within. And so today I'm inviting everyone that is either here in this moment or will be in future listening to this, to really let yourself imagine initially what it might be like for you and or any of your family members, and hopefully they have not been or had this experience of being displaced within a pandemic, within freezing temperatures, and the loss, and the opposite occurred in California and Oregon with the fires, having your home burned to the ground and having nothing left and nowhere to go in a pandemic. Again, those in the path of the recent hurricanes a few months ago. Whatever we think we are experiencing as far as discomfort or restrictions on our actions and behavior, I invite you to really let yourself feel what it would be like to be in the current situation or some of the previous ones. And even then, in our country, we have quick response and the potential to repair it. Whereas in some of the war-torn countries, there is no backup. There is no help from a federal government. There is no ability to make any of the changes that we can here. For many have cited the fact that this was entirely preventable and that certain choices that were made for whatever reason created a lot of the crises, not the temperatures, of course, but a lot of the crises. And we all are part and parcel of that. We cannot toss the blame onto those in leadership or authority figures if we haven't gotten involved and found out where our money is going, what is our government doing, whether it's state or county or federal. They are public utilities. How much do you really investigate who runs the public utilities, where are the commissions, who makes the decisions, and that this is your money and you have say-so, just as it is your government and you have say-so. All of these and more situations that we've been encountering are a spiritual opportunity to take responsibility and realize that you have power. You have decision-making abilities. You have the choice to participate and design your personal life and your country's life and the planet's life with responsibility and participation. And yes, that's a lot more effort than what seems we have the energy for on a daily basis, but perhaps some of that timing needs to be changed or adjusted so that, just as in learning for a new project or a new pleasure or a new game or a new hobby, so too can some time be dedicated to what is going on in your own local and state and federal government decisions. Not necessarily to just rely on news sources, but actually going to the source, going to a township meeting, or finding out how things work with the utilities and who's making the choices for and on behalf of you. Yes, this evolutionary process does necessitate individual participation. And so I'm inviting each and every one of you here or listening in future to just make that choice that you want to participate fully and completely in your own growth, in your own knowledge, in your own responsibility, in your own freedom. For you cannot look at the responsibility side without also realizing the level of freedom that comes with that involvement, with that participation, with that action. And we also know in the metaphysical world that you can also create great change and evolution by doing practices such as this. And so I invite you now to just breathe, allow all of what I've said, all of the information, all of the energy that's here from those various sources, as well as all of the many, many humans that are helping in this situation. I will post again a couple of the many organizations that are pitching in and helping. Neighbors are helping neighbors. This, as usual, brings out the very best in us. And it is in perhaps the constant crises need to live up to that best that we can evolve. So we're going to invite in the evolutionary energetics that are here for us, despite how they may appear. We also have Mercury, the planet of catalysm and radical change. The energy of Mercury is no longer retrograde, meaning that it's no longer a time of going in, but now a time of coming out with the knowledge and the experiences that you've had internally, to bring them forth through your work, through your joy, through your helping, through your involvement, through whatever it is that excites you and brings you a feeling of joy and wholeness and authenticity within. So all of that was here. We've also have the opportunity to access one of the Greek and Roman goddesses, Persephone, also known as Demeter. And this is the goddess that in her anger, frustration, and pain in losing her daughter created winter in her sorrow and her grief, where everything is put to sleep or even dies, to then have the other 6 months of the year as spring and summer, blossoming, growing, rebuilding, creating anew. So out of this destruction and hopefully ending of old ways, be it governmental, be it the way we manage energy, be it the sources for energy. Just allow yourself to feel your body, initially your outer body, and then your internal body, inside your torso, allowing yourself to bring into sensational awareness your inner verse, your internal world, beginning at the physical with any physical sensations, energetic sensations within your body, allowing your energy field to settle down and in. So often it is out of your full body, with the majority focused in the upper areas of your body, upper chest, throat, primarily the head. And yet your energy field is meant to infill and be felt completely in your body, allowing it to be met by and connect into the energies of the earth, the electrical grid within the earth meeting the electrical grid within your body. Yes, it is real. And the magnetic grid of the earth joining with the magnetic grid within your body, allowing for shifting, changing, adjusting your internal world, your personal world, and those grids within the earth, so that there is opening, shifting, movement for future potentials in the relationship between man and earth, the resources, and how we choose to access them, use them, perhaps cease abusing them and exhausting them. So allow your heart to be physically felt. Not only your physical heart, but your heart chakra, which is in the very center of your chest. Allowing the heartfelt compassion for all of those humans under such distressful situations. The many animals who are suffering or have died in this latest weather, either due to the temperatures or lack of food sources. Plants, agriculture, and those whose lives depend upon it. Allow yourself to drop deeper into the comfort and security that is available to you within your own being, directly channeled from your wider self, your soul self. Directly transmitted to you by your guides, teachers, and masters. The abundance offered by this planet, this exceptional environment. If you are warm and well fed and have access to the internet to hear this. Allow yourself to sit deeply in that gratitude and luxury that so many, not only in Texas and other states, suffering from the effects of recent weather, and still from previous weather crises, hurricanes, fires. And as you sit deeply in that gratitude, more reasons for that gratitude will naturally come rushing in to your awareness. And allow yourself to feel that gratitude, not just think about it, not see it in your mind's eye or through your third eye, but allow your body and energy field to really feel, sensate, sit deeply in the gratitude for all the many benefits, blessings that you are experiencing at this moment. And the more deeply you allow yourself to feel that gratitude, the more rushes in, the more overflows, enabling you to transmit that to those in need, to those in distress, be they humans, animals, the earth herself. For it is in that overflow, in that abundance of gratitude, the power of that energy truly arrives at and is and can be experienced. Transformed into whatever may be needed for energy underlies everything in this physical environment. And can be converted, adapted, into whatever is needed. Technology is beginning to do so. More innovation is on the way to understand what we know metaphysically, spiritually, energetically is truth. That as you feel into an experience, an energetic, it can be transmitted, sent, if you will, not imposing your will, but merely offering. Offering what is overflow to you. And as you ever so gently allow your energy field and your wider self to very organically and uniquely to you guide you, lead you from a less physical experience where you have been experiencing more spiritually and energetically, to bring you back to a more physical third dimension experience in body. However, not necessarily shutting off or shutting down the sensation, the emotion of gratitude and abundance in your situation. And without drain upon you, that can continue to flow through you to those in need. Every time you see the warmth of the sun melting the snow, for example, here on the East Coast, or are able to turn up your thermostat or heat your food or take a hot bath or shower, in that moment, allowing yourself to experience the gratitude for those luxuries. In that moment, you will be or can be transmitting to those that are unable to do so. again, without any drain upon your system, for it is coming out of the overflow. And depending on the situation, I will probably be continuing these noontime meditations until the crisis is over, or until it's a little bit more in hand. So look for tomorrow, Monday, February 22nd at 12:30. I will be, tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Monday, February 22nd at 1 o'clock. I will be conducting another short meditation. Again, accessing, inviting in whatever the energetics are, combining in that particular moment for and on behalf of those in distress, particularly in Texas and some of the Midwest and southern states that are particularly challenged with the current polar vortex temperatures. And as always, please know that it was with the greatest of honor, gratitude, and love for your presence here on the planet. Until next time, be well. I'm going to be posting this on YouTube, as are all the others. So please subscribe and you'll get notifications as to when these are occurring and access to the recordings of them with a brief description. The YouTube channel is A Healers Universe. That's AHEALERS Universe. And I welcome any comments and to hear your suggestions or requests. Be well in all ways.